Here is a set of 24 Inktense pencils. I received them a while ago, together with a lot of other beautiful pencils. And I'm going to test them today with a Caran felt tip water brush. And it is said that this water brush is doing a great job with both watercolor pencils and Inktense pencils, so let's see. This is a sheet of Fabriano watercolor paper, and I'm just going to pick up some colors to do some just some testing. And I'm going to test, of course, the pencils, but also the water brush. So I'm going to use two water brushes. One is the felt tip water brush, and the other is a normal brush. This is a Caran water brush with a normal tip, so I'm going to use that one and see how it works. Now the thing is, and this is happening a lot also with watercolor pencil, that it sometimes is hard to get rid of all the pencil strokes. And it is said that the other brush is doing a great job removing all the pencil strokes. So I have to say this one is eliminating them pretty well also. Now let's give this other one a try. So this is a felt tip brush, and so you can use much more pressure, and I immediately see the difference. Immediately. But what I also see is that I am rubbing off pieces of the paper. You see that? I don't think it is, the camera is focusing. So that is what you need to keep in mind. You are rubbing off the paper. Look at that. This would never happen, or not as fast, with the other one. Well, that's a downside. That is really a downside. Okay. This is my very first attempt with this felt tip brush. So let's see if we can work out how to use it without this problem. Let's take a different color. This one, what is it? Iris blue. So I cleansed the tip. Let's see. So I'm now going to use it with less pressure. Now I have to say this paper is not the best quality paper. Maybe I should try it on a different quality paper. But I already see that there is, here, paper is already, there are fibers coming from the paper. Now I really don't I'm afraid of adding. Look, it is happening very quickly. Do you see that? Goodness gracious. Let's try a different paper. Let's try this one. Arches. One of the best watercolor papers you can get. I believe we should say arches and not arches. You know, it is French. So I think, if you are French, please tell me how to pronounce it. Because I think it should be arches or something like that. I think this is one of the most sturdiest papers available. So let's see what happens if I put Derwent Inktense here. And then let's try the felt tip pencil water brush. That's what it is, felt tip water brush. Now, this paper type can handle this. Now the question is, can I get rid of the pencil strokes? Sometimes I really want that, and in my experience that was sometimes very hard with normal brushes. Did you see that? There's a fiber. But I have to say, this arches paper is much more, can handle much more, but there are fibers coming off also here. So, okay, it was not my intention to do a review about this one. I just wanted to use it because I was under the impression that this felt tip brush was just a magic wand, but it isn't. No, so nice, but no. So let's switch to the other brush. And let's do what I was planning all along. So this is the normal brush. I have to say the Caran brushes, the normal ones, I love them. Period. Okay, having said that, I'm going to test the Derwent Inktense Pencils in this wonderful watercoloring book. It is by Christy Rice and it is called Painterly Days. So let's do a little work on this ladybird. I'm going to start light with this color Tangerine Inktense. Is it the same as watercolor pencils? The answer is no. What is the difference? Well, the difference is that if you put watercolor pencil on paper and you wet it, make it wet, then it starts to flow, the color starts to flow. And if you add more colors with your pencils, and then if you add water to it, then the old layers that you put on first, they will start flowing again. With Inktense, you put it on paper, you make it wet, you let it dry, and then it is permanent. So, if you put on water afterwards, after it has dried, you will not be able to move the color anymore. So let's see how that works. Here's my water brush. Tip is wet. Adding I'll keep those circles all white because then I can show you later that the color indeed is permanent once you've wetted it. To wetten, that is not a verb I think, but well. So now let's wait for the paint to dry. The Inktense is completely dry now. Now I'm going to add water to show you that it is permanent. You can't do anything with it. You see? I am wetting it. There's a little bit I'm not sure if this comes from the brush. I don't think so. Look at that. The idea is that it is permanent. And we conclude here that it is not. Wow, this is a strange video. Very strange video. It seems that the red, is the red permanent? No, it's not. Wow. This is really a strange video. Anyway, I'm going to continue with the Derwent Inktense pencils that should be completely permanent, but they are not. This is a darker red, chili red. So this video is full of surprises. First a Caran water brush that is damaging the paper. I really didn't have it, that was not expected. And then everybody is saying that Derwent Inktense is permanent. It is, to a certain extent. I don't think you can mix it once it is on the paper. Let's try that. Here is a sun yellow. You can only layer. Here is a so it's more like glazing than mixing the colors. Here is a charcoal gray. I'm going to make this dark. Let's see how that works. I would love to make a comparison of Derwent Inktense and watercolor pencils, but I don't have watercolor pencils, so maybe in the future. Let's do some more testing on this leaf. Sherbet lemon, a yellowish greenish tone. What happens if I put on several colors and then add water to it? This is apple green. This is nice. I think watercolor pencils and these Inktense pencils are great. These Inktense pencils can be a great alternative for watercolor paint or pencils. Let's add a touch of a darker green, a bluish green, teal green, just a touch. The paper is still a bit wet. Now I'm not going to test the other Caran brush here, the one with the felt tip, because I'm convinced that it will damage the paper in painterly days. So I won't do that. So my first impression of the Inktense pencils is that they are really a lot of fun. I thought they would be completely permanent once they have dried. That is not the case, at least not on the Painterly Days paper. But I think you can do wonderful, wonderful things. And together with a water brush, they work just fine. Very nice. So I will continue using them, and then in a couple of months I will come back to you with a more detailed review. I don't want to make reviews when I just haven't used them a lot, you know. So this is it for now. I hope you enjoyed this one, and see you next time. Bye bye.